Hey, so I talked to Adrion from BLK Crust Pizza in LA yesterday, and you want to hear a story of betting on yourself, keeping it simple, getting the community behind you, and delivering a product that you could truly believe in. Then tune into this podcast because bro he dropped some jewels on just his process, how he's artistic, how he's a researcher, and he combine that with the skill of partners who are operationally driven, and it turned into something special out there with BLK Crust, plus a unique product that you just is not so easy to execute, and you don't see it everywhere with the activated charcoal BLK Crust Pizza. Um, Go check him out. He's got a dope ass Instagram page. He's always getting, live real time reviews from his customers on the street. And, just a great dude to have a conversation with. So, tune in for this one and, let us know what you think. Peace.
And I'll be forever thankful for that opportunity because that showed me that I can do this and actually do something other than recruiting and that corporate world of things. So he and I always bounce ideas back and forth off of each other. And he was like, you know what? He was like, now is the time. So he was like, we were talking in July. He goes, next month at this time, you're popping out and you're just going to do it. So I always remember telling my girlfriend, I'm like, hey, I just got to do what I got to do, man.
What's going on, Pizza Fam? Look, I appreciate each one of you for listening to this show, listening to this episode. Before we get back to it, I wanted to tell you about my favorite product right now, Todd's Curry Sauce. I met these guys at the Florida Restaurant Show, Pizza Tomorrow Summit, and I'm telling you, ever since I tried that sauce, I have been putting it on everything in the shop. Chicken wings, pizza, you've seen the pizzas, chicken sandwich, salad dressing, like we've been putting Todd's Curry Sauce on everything, and I'm here to give you a special deal, special offer. Go to their website, toddscurrysauce.com, use code PIZZAKING, and get 10% off your next order. I promise you, you only need to try it one time. It's going to be the best curry sauce you ever tasted in your life. You're going to start putting it on all kinds of stuff in your shop, even at home. I got a bottle in the pantry here at the house. I got a bottle at the shop. Elliot, Todd, I need another bottle because I'm putting it everywhere. I'm putting it on everything. So go check it out. Use code PIZZAKING and get 10% off your next order. Peace. Let's get back to it. What does an off day look like for you?
Off day right now consists of a ton of rest, to be honest, man. I mean, we're
Catch
at
up
it
on it.
4 days a week. Yeah, catching up on some rest. At least one of those days. I take about 2 days off per week.
Okay.
So, yeah, so ultimately, man, those days are filled with rest because, man, I'm setting up and tearing down, a pizzeria essentially, man, 4 times a week, man. So I definitely need my rest. And then other days I'm looking at, different places to set up breweries, wineries, things like that. And then also just, solidifying everything on the business side, making sure everything is running smoothly. So, yeah.
Are you 4 days a week in 4 different locations too?
No, 4 days a week in the same location. Well, essentially the same location. So 3 days a week, I'm in front of a place called A Smoke Shop out in Altadena here. And then for Monday Night Football, I'm really right next door at this place called the Rancho Bar. So in between those two
In
places,
between those two spots, 4 days, and
yeah,
then just
yep.
looking for opportunities on the other days, the off times.
Exactly.
So
So the
so
goal
you
is
are
to,
so you made that transition. You full time on it.
yeah, pretty much, man, full time right now. Yeah, full time, man. And we've been doing it now for about what? It hasn't even been 90 days as of yet, man. So,
Oh,
still
congratulations.
still new, man. Yeah, appreciate that.
So I was gonna ask how's the sleep, but the sleep is what Tuesdays are for. It sounds like that's the
Exactly.
chance you get to catch
Exactly.
up.
Yeah, that's
And
the chance I get to catch up.
what's your prep process like when having to be mobile?
So pretty much, I prep, either the day before or I prep the day of, man. And so I get up early, make sure to go ahead and prep the sauce, and then I generally like to take the dough balls out maybe about 4 hours before, and then get those rolled, or not take them out, but actually roll the dough
Okay.
from a bulk ferment, process. So I do that about 4 hours before we go out. And then, cut up the, jalapenos and whatnot. So we have a very small menu, small but mighty menu, as I like to
I
call it.
like that. I like that.
So yeah, just just keeping it simple with the pepperoni and the jalapenos for now, man. So yeah.
I love it. And small menu, I think we should definitely get into that. But I guess I'm rude. I should introduce you.
No problem.
Adrion Thomas from BLK Crust Pizza, LA,
There we go.
killing it out there on the pop-up scene. I love all the stuff you put out on Instagram. I've been
Thank you.
following you for a little bit now, and I don't know, something just said, man, ask if you want to come on the pod because I just love the nature of your content. The pizza looks crazy, looks dope, but
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
you took your content, in which I reached out was you do like real live. Tell me how you feel about it, because all of our stuff looks good when we take pictures, right? But you
Hmm.
pull out that camera and say, "Nah, tell me what you really think," and I think that's pretty dope. So, shout out to you, but thank you again for
Appreciate
coming on, and please tell us, tell the listeners, tell the community who you are and how you got into this thing.
it. Okay, cool, man. So first, I appreciate the introduction, man. As I told you before, man, big fan of yours, man. I had the opportunity to catch up on some of your podcasts, man. So it's awesome to have the opportunity to participate on this podcast with you. So again, thank you for inviting me out, man. Much
Yes, sir.
appreciated.
Thank you.
So like I said before, we're about not even 90 days into this thing. Pretty much just getting started, and I come from a corporate background. I was working in recruiting initially. I worked for companies like Tesla, Amazon, Capital Group, all different types of companies doing technical recruiting, hiring software engineers, technical program managers,
The
everything having to do with the
gatekeeper,
technical, the
gatekeeper
gatekeeper.
to the salaries.
Exactly, man. So, what happened was back in 2022, I was laid off, and ultimately, man, placed in a situation where I had to find something to take care of my family. Went months and months and months, pretty much living off my savings and whatnot. Things started to kind of dwindle down, right? So I was like, I got to do something. And so some friends and I, we always get together. So ultimately, I had a pizza party one Friday night at the house. I said, let's try this. Let's see if I can do some pizza. My girlfriend had asked me to do pizza for my son before. It went well. And I kind of fell in love with the process. So I wanted to try something new.
Oh, so your first time you like from scratch you made pizza?
Yeah, first time,
What?
man. Well, actually, the dough I didn't make from scratch. The dough I got from an Italian deli.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so I had a friend of mine who was actually making pizza at the same time as me. He had gotten into it, and he actually did a burger pop up. And so I was like, man, I think I want to start selling this pizza. But we'll get into that. So pretty much, what happened was had some friends come over for a Friday night. Just decided to do some pizza for them. I did a Chicago deep dish, and I did a New York style 16-inch pie. Did it, like I said, made my sauce, got the toppings, all that good stuff. And everybody was like super impressed after I made it, man. Like everybody was like, my cousin was like, hey, man, I think this might be the top three pizzas I've ever had. And I was like, you serious? He was like, yes. I was like, all right, cool.
Like,
And
don't
so,
lie to me right now, because
right.
it's
And
about to be
I
our
didn't really
future.
I didn't really pay it too much attention, to be honest, at that time, right? I mean, I was like, okay, cool. Everybody liked it. And so what happened was we ended up going to Colombia for our 40th birthday parties. Some friends of ours some friends and I, some college buddies from Morehouse, man. So we had the opportunity to connect. And we spent a lot of time together talking and just talking about our futures and what's happening in each other's lives. And actually, my buddy, who's actually my business partner now, he was like, hey, man, he was like, I think you might have to start selling some of that pizza, man, And he was like, I've heard you got, good reviews. People love it, man. So he's like, just try it out. I mean, all you have now is the opportunity, and now is the opportunity to do it because you're not working. So, I kind of thought about it, man. I'm like, I do pizza. I'm like, I don't know. I've always had an affinity for bread, man. I've always, I'm the monkey bread guy, for Thanksgiving,
Oh,
love
so
making monkey bread,
you can bake.
biscuits. Yeah. So I'm a baker, right? I love making beignets, you name it, man. So I just have always loved working with dough. And I figured, why not? Let's try it. So got back from Colombia, man, started to think about it. I was like, okay. I was like, obviously I'm a black guy, right? Coming into pizza. I was like, what would I do that would be different? So right off the bat, I was like, what would I name it? And it came up, Black Crust. And I was like, okay. I was like,
Yeah.
and that was like with ease. It wasn't no thought process behind it. It was just Black Crust. And I was like, okay. I was like, I wonder if I can make the dough black. And so I started doing research, and I saw that you can make the dough black. And
Ah,
it was like a fad here, back in 2016 on Instagram with like ice cream and all that type of stuff.
all over for sure.
Yeah, and so I was like, let me bring that back, man. Let me see what I can do. And so, like I said, I did some research. I'm not sure if you're really familiar with Eastside Pizza House down in Oklahoma. They did
No,
black
no.
crust. Yeah, and they did black crust. There's and as a matter of fact, shout out to JB down at Eastside Pizza House. He's the one that I originally saw doing the black crust. His was jet black, and I was like, I think I want to try that. And then also in my research, I came across another place called Black Crust, BLACK Crust, and they're in Iceland, and they do jet black pizza. And I was like, dang it, I was like, that's what I wanted to call it. And I was like, but I'm in the United States, they're in Iceland. And I was like, I'm just going to put the BLK crust to it. And the reason why I stuck with the BLK was because my girlfriend and I always talk. And I was like, if I do this, I want it to have a vibe to it. And so I've always said I want it to be the STK or the bagatelle of pizza. And
Ah,
just have a vibe. You come in and dancing on the table, having a good time. That's what pizza's about, man. And especially for me. And then having that background in Morehouse and Atlanta, and it was a
I'll say
party.
with the
We had a good time.
Morehouse SDK, like you just taking me
Yeah,
straight to Atlanta.
yeah, So I wanted to bring that vibe back, man, with Black Crust, and ultimately, man, that's how I came up with the idea, and it stuck, man, and here we are.
I was gonna ask that too, like, with the use of activated charcoal to get you that nice black crust, was that something that you just knew you wanted to do? But it sounds like you knew no matter what, we were doing black crust pizza because of who I am. Now we just need to find a way to make the brand match, what I'm trying to do. So that's pretty amazing. I haven't tried it. I got a little jar of activated charcoal we use like for tea and lemonade. I'm gonna
Yeah,
see if I
man.
can make some dough. Is it?
Yeah, it's
Do
pretty
you get
cool,
it?
man.
People who kind of come in like, oh, I don't know, man. Why is it burnt?
Yeah, I get that all the time, man. Like, man, so people have come back like, man, you burned the pizza, and then they taste it, they're like, no, you didn't. They were like, this is amazing, So the whole thing behind our black crust was, like I said, everyone was making it jet black. And I didn't want it jet black. And I also, my dad, man, who's hilarious, he was like, man, I think the kids might be afraid of that, man, if you do that, and I was kind of worried about it, I'm like, yeah, well, you might be right. So what we did is we started, doing a little bit of research and development, man. And we decided to come out with a black crust that looked regular from the outside, but then when you open it, it's a reveal and you see the black crust. And so once we landed on that, we were like, this is it, because you don't know until you actually open. I mean, the crust looks a little bit darker, but
Yeah, it
you're
looks.
not sure until you actually crack the crust open. And it's like, oh, wow, what is this? So I get it all the time, man, at the bar that I'm at set up. Everybody always comes to me and they're like, man, this was amazing. What is it though? Like what is it? And I'm like, it's just activated charcoal powder. And so what it does is it helps in absorbing the toxins when you're drinking, and then it also aids in digestion as well. So it's a little bit of science behind this. So
What did that play a huge role into going that route as well? Just having those added benefits, and I mean, to me, added marketability, right?
definitely did, because I knew that we would be setting up at breweries and wineries and stuff like that. So I really wanted to understand activated charcoal and understand the benefits of it. So it's also about making it look cool as well. So it's the brand and making it look cool, but then also the added health benefits of it too.
I like that. And now, so 90 days full time. But you've been doing this, like you said, since 2022, or at least when you started to formulate the idea. When did you like, all right, let's just launch it? When was your first pop up?
So my first pop up was August 5th of this year.
Okay.
That was the first time we decided to just pop up and just get out there and do it. So I had a buddy of mine who started his own business, and I've always been one to have a ton of ideas. We should do this, or we should do that, and do this. And so linking up with him, he was like, okay. He was like, I love the idea, love the brand. And so he actually gave us our first opportunity was back in July of 2024. He invited us to do his grandmother's birthday, which was awesome. And I'll be forever thankful for that opportunity, because that showed me that I can do this and actually do something other than recruiting and that corporate world of things. So he and I always bounce ideas back and forth off of each other. And he was like, you know what? He was like, now is the time. So he was like, we were talking in July. He goes, next month at this time, You're popping out and you're just going to do it. So I always remember telling my girlfriend, I'm like, hey, you know, I just got to do what I got to do, man. If that means that I got to get on the side of the road and start selling pizza, that's what I got to do, to bring, some type of income to our family. That's what I'm going to do. And that's what I ended up doing, man. So August 5th was the first night we popped up. Terrell, when I tell you, man, I was punching holes in pizza, everything, man. I was nervous. I was shaking. I had literally one oven, man. And we were out there. My girlfriend was right there helping me out. And man, we did everything we could to get as many pizzas as we could out. And we knew we had the flavor, right? Because everybody was saying, oh, man, the pizza's really good. The pizza's really good. But we were so, our nerves were shot, man, from being out there as our first time. But yeah, we popped up, man. And we did our thing. And ever since then, man, the city of Altadena, man, they've been nothing but true gems to us, man. It's fully supportive, patient. They understand that we're growing. We're just a pop-up. We're not a restaurant. We're not a pizzeria. We have 2 ovens, myself, and sometimes my nephew helping me out, man. And that's all we got, and we're growing from there. So everybody's been super supportive and understanding of the process, man, which has been, amazing for us, man.
So from starting, first pop-up, single up, what kind of ovens are you running, by the way?
So I'm using a Gosney XLs, man, and those things are
XLs?
workhorses, man. They're
Yeah.
beasts, man.
So you started with an
Yeah.
XL and you added a second XL?
So I ultimately had a rock box at first.
Okay.
And so I was back in my backyard working on
I'm
the
staying
recipe
on
with the
brand
rock
though.
boxes. But the thing is that they were kind of small. And I knew that from my, selling point that I wanted to sell the pizzas at, I knew that I couldn't come with a 9-inch, 10-inch pizza and expect to, to get what I was asking for. Then also I just wanted to pitch bigger pizzas, so then that way, if I'm going to a bar, 2 people can share,
A little
people can
shareable.
take it, people can take it into the bar and share it. And that's actually what's been my success, man, is that people, go into the bar and share. And then people are like, oh, dang,
Where
where
you
you
get
get that
that?
from? Yeah. And so then they start asking and then people come. But then I also like to be able to cut it up and take my own samples in and hand it out to people as well. So they can try it. And then that's how I also, get the hook that way too. So.
Oh, I like that. You
Yeah.
also have made the decision to keep your menu small. I think you were just three pizzas, right? If I looked at it right, 3
Yeah.
pies, your regular, your cheese, your pepperoni, and your spicy pepperoni.
Yep. Yep. That's it, man.
Was that a conscious decision, or did you just say, look, let's just start where we are and we'll expand later, or you knew for sure you just wanted to offer 3 things?
I knew for sure that I just wanted to offer 3 things right now. I knew that because, you doing my research, I'm a big research guy, man. That's all I do before I do anything. I make sure to put in my due diligence, man. And so I recognize that a lot of pizza places who, had, robust menus and things like that, or even, small pop-ups that had robust menus, the operation was a little bit more difficult. And I
Just
knew
to
that I
take
didn't
care of
want that. Yeah,
extra prep, extra purchases, extra
I'm
expenses.
telling you. I'm telling you, man. And that's the thing. And I knew that I didn't want that. I knew that I wanted to pop out with a simple menu, something that, everyone was going to like. And then I also am very aware of throwing away food, man, because we're in a situation and we're in a world where there's a lot of people who are hungry and don't have, what we have, man. And I feel as though I'm not going to throw away food, just to please 1 or 2 people. It's like, hey, this is what I got, and this is what I have for now. Once we, open up a food truck or a restaurant, then at that point we're going to extend the menu. But for now, we'll have our 3 items, and then maybe once a month we'll start to do like a specialty pie, man, once a month. But
Well,
yeah, but
even keeping that mindset as you grow and you get to that food truck or brick and mortar or whatever you decide you want to do next, keeping mindful of your waste is going to be so important, because I meet so many operators that throw their profits in the trash every single
mm-hmm,
every
mm-hmm,
single night, every single week. Mistakes cost a lot. Waste costs a
mm-hmm.
lot. All those things start to eat up what becomes profit for operators and owners like us.
I'm the same way, man. And so for me, I got a lot of homeless guys who, pass by, the spot where we set up, man. And I love to feed them, man. That's important to me, man, because like I said, man, we're blessed, right? We're in a situation where we do have and others don't, man. So with this, man, it's also dope for me because I have the opportunity to give back to those who are less fortunate, man. And that's what I do with my pizza too, man. If I'm getting ready to throw away or I got some extra dough, some guys pass by, man, I'm making dough, man, or making pizzas for them, man. What kind you want, man? You want hot honey on it? What you want to do, my man? Like
Yeah.
because I feel as though they're human just like us, man, and they're hungry and it's cold out, man, especially now up here in Altadena against these mountains. And if I can help out, man, that's what I like to do with my extra dough or
Yeah.
extra whatever I have is give it back.
And
So
it's another person who's loyal to the brand, loyal to you, because it's, to me, all businesses, relationship businesses. It's
mhm.
not about the product or the price or any of those things. It's about, man, I like this person and I can continue to do business with this person or spend my money here or whatever it is, because I like these people. So when you look
Yeah,
out for the community, that becomes the community. They start looking out for you. They
exactly.
start, imagine that guy walking down the street telling everybody, you got to check out the pizza spot down. My man is down there, killing it with the black crust. You got to go over there. So I
I'm
love
telling you,
that.
man, and that's the thing, man. It's word of mouth, right? You treat others how you want to be treated, and that's just in life in general, but business especially, man. Nobody is beneath me. Nobody is beneath this brand, and that's how I've always felt, man. Like the guys come up and, hey, man, if I can give it to you, man, I got extra dough, man. Of course, man, you got it, And then it's funny because they come up now and they're like, I got a little bit of bread, man. I got some money that I saved up throughout the week,
See?
man. Nah, man, keep your little money, man. But let me just help you out as much as I can, man. So that means the
Yeah.
world to me, man, for sure.
Hey, kudos to you for that, because
Thank you, brother.
there's not a lot of people who are willing to put their brands and put their product on the line and say, look, man, this on me, this for you. Because we all been in these situations. Sometimes you get people that just want to run folks out of there, or you don't want
Right,
that
right,
kind. You don't want to
exactly.
be associated with this group of people or that group of people or whatever it is. But being someone or something in a brand that's inclusive, I think that's commendable. So shout out to you
Thank you,
for that.
brother. Thank you, man.
Um,
Definitely.
what's on? What's the plan? What's the grand plan?
So the grand plan, man, is to ultimately we're still deciding. So I actually have my business partner. He's flying out tomorrow, so we can kind of figure things out, right? So ever since we were posted on Black Owned Food LA, man, it was just like a complete boom, and that was like I say, man, game changer for us, man. And so now he's flying out here. He's in Atlanta. And so he's like, we got to get on it, man. We got to kind of figure this out and what we're going to do. And he's an operations guy, man. He's worked at Chewy, Amazon, all different types of places in an operations, capacity. So that's his wheelbarrow. And that's what he's coming out to help with is like the ultimate business side of things. I have more of a creative mind. So to answer your question, man, the grand plan is to come up with a STK, a bagatelle type of joint, where people can come through, have a good time, man, enjoy the vibes. So I think we're going to start with a food truck first. Try the food truck out here in Cali, and then start to do brick and mortars, starting with Atlanta and then extend across the United States. So,
Are
yeah,
you
man.
from Cali or are you from Atlanta?
I'm from Cali,
Okay,
but went to
went to
Morehouse. So
school in
then,
Atlanta.
yeah, that's my tie to Atlanta. Yeah. So,
California, and we just visited over the summer for the California restaurant show. The pizza scene in LA is crazy. Like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
as diverse as anywhere, and there's some real like a lot. There's a lot of people in LA doing pizza for the love and for the art of it.
Hmm.
I think the pizza community out there is pretty dope. So have you been, or have you had the chance? I know you've been busy too. Have you had the chance to connect with other pop-ups and other pizza makers out there?
Yeah, so I've had the opportunity to kind of chat it up with a couple guys Instagram,
Yeah.
but we haven't had the opportunity to connect right, just yet. There's a guy down in LA. I was actually passing by and I looked over. I was like, oh, I've seen him on Instagram, so I pulled over, shouted him out, and introduced myself, and that was pretty cool. But like you said, man, it's a big pizza community here. And from my understanding, everyone kind of connects, right? Everybody supports each other. And for what I've seen on Instagram, man, with Alex Kuntz, guys like that, who, Hot Tongue Pizza.
Yeah.
We got a guy Fat Natty's out here that I've talked to. He's pretty cool. We got Pizza Nanda out here, another, Black Pizzolo out here who's doing his thing.
Yeah. Brandis
So
Pizza is
yeah,
dope too. Yeah.
Yeah, his pizzas are pretty dope,
I
man.
gotta
He
get
does
him
like
on
a
here.
Neapolitan style pizza. Yeah. So we haven't had the opportunity to connect in person, but via Instagram, we've been, going back and forth. So, and then another guy, Turk's Pizza Party, real cool cat. So yeah, looking forward to meeting up with him too. So yeah, man, it's a lot on the horizon, man. We'll see.
Oh, man, that's dope. Being a black man like you, there ain't many of us making pizzas out here.
Nah, not at all. Not at all.
And I think that, that in itself is special too, because it's learning a totally new culture and learning how, the bread process. I think if you're an artist, and I'm an artist, like I was always a crafter, a painter, a clay, like whatever it was, I'll pick up the tool and I try to create something with it, and that's what led me to pizza. So, coming from that and seeing what you guys have created, like you say, even what Brandon does with Pizza Ananda, like you guys are showing your art and showing your creativity. So, for all of us, keep going.
Yeah, man, definitely, man. That's what it's about, man. And like you said, it's not a lot of us doing this, man. Another guy that I, speak back and forth with, I believe he's based out of Detroit, Guess Fine Pizza.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
yeah, his pizzas look good too, man. And it's
Sure do.
always good, man, to see us in spaces, man, and supporting each other, because that's what it's about, man. And like I said, Pizza Nanda, Guess Fine Pizza, we talk all the time back and forth via Instagram. And, it's just awesome to see us in this space, see us thriving in this space, and seeing us to continue to grow in this space, man. It means a lot.
Absolutely, absolutely. And look, our community will support. We'll
Oh, without
support.
a doubt.
Our
Hey,
people gonna come out. So, I
for
love keep putting
sure.
it out there, and I love like you lead with it. Black crust, black on. Let's keep going with that.
Yeah, most definitely, man. And that's the thing, right? We are also taught to believe that we don't support each other.
That ain't true.
And far from the truth, man. When I do this, man, I mean, at the bar I'm at in Altadena, at the Rancho bar, man, I get amazing support from black folks at the bar, man. And I mean, since day one, from them coming up and giving me, ingredients and all types of stuff, man. Oh, you don't have any veggies tonight? Oh man, well, let me go grab you some veggies, man. So just in case people come up and they want veggies, you can cut it up for them. Don't tell nobody I said that though, but yeah, man. So I mean, it's just been awesome, man. The support from the black community has been amazing, man. And like I said, once we were posting on Black on Food LA, I mean, it's been ridiculous, man,
I
and the
love it.
love that we've gotten, from our people, from our community, has been endless, man, and I'm so thankful for it, man.
Yeah, for sure. The and I can't. Next time we get out there, I'm coming through. So I don't know if you
Definitely,
probably
man.
you probably won't even be popping up. It'll be end of the summer. You probably be somewhere, working on a lease, negotiating a lease somewhere, or getting a
That's the
truck
goal.
rolling out. But wherever you at, man, we coming to find you, because what I see and what you do is so unique. Not, I mean, it's so unique in the fact that it's you, and it's you look like me, right?
Right.
And your pizza resembles who we are, right, inside and out. I gotta go be a part of that. But then you see, it ain't just about that, because I see the lines of people and I see the reviews that get posted on your page, and I see the people that come and they take that first bite and they like, damn, this is
Right,
what
right.
what. So it's like, all right, no, I gotta try that. I want to try that. I'll shout you out whenever I do it, but I'm gonna mix a batch here at the house to see if I can get a nice black crust going, and get my kids
Yeah,
to try
man.
it, because I'm all about it. Like I'm all about my kids and my family, and getting everybody involved. So when I was showing my son this morning, we were talking about what I'm doing today, and I was showing him your pizza, and he was like, "Don't we got some of that? I used to put it like." He was like, "Let's try it," but I don't know. I'm kind of He's like on the fence, like I don't know, but maybe we'll try it and see what happens. So we gonna
Yeah,
mix one
man.
up.
Try it out, man. Like I say, man, a lot of people get kind of weary about it at times. People are like, I don't know, especially the older crowd, right? Older folks, like,
I've been
wait a
eating
minute,
pizza for 60 years. I ain't
yeah,
never seen this.
I never seen nothing like this.
You sure
Once
you
they
can sell
try
it?
it, it's like, I'm telling you, but once they try this, and my pops, like I said, is 85 years old. So to him, he's like, I don't know. But when he tasted it, he's like, "Oh, this is crazy," you know. Yeah, try it, man. Give it a shot, man. It's pretty cool. The activated charcoal powder, it doesn't change the flavor. It doesn't change the taste at all. Everything remains the same. It just gives it that look, you know. And then obviously the added health benefits that you can't visually see. But yeah, man, you'll enjoy it. But like I said, just you as a dough maker, as a pizza maker, you know that when you add the charcoal powder, what it does is it absorbs, just like it absorbs toxins in your body, it absorbs the water when you're baking it. So you got to
So a little
remember
extra
that.
water content, yeah, a little extra
Yeah,
hydration
and
in it.
I didn't, I had so many battles with that stuff, man. I'm talking about like I invited people over, we're getting ready to have, they get excited. Oh, it's the black crust this time. Let's do it.
And the dough
And
starts tearing.
man, the dough start tearing. It's tough. It's just not what I thought it was gonna be. And we ended up having to order pizza a couple nights. And so that was the thing, man, with the activated charcoal, man, is before we got that, man, I walked up and down my block in my neighborhood, man, for at least 6 to 8 months with the charcoal and as well as the recipe, man. And that's how we ultimately got things right, was the neighbors were willing to try everything that we brought to them. And even with the dark, with the dark pizzas, the dough, man, they were willing to say, all right, let's see what it tastes like. And so finally, man, once we got everything right, research and development was complete. We went up and down the block. Everybody gave us the thumbs up, and then that's when we were like, all right, cool, we ready. Let's do this.
Nice.
Let's do it. Yeah.
If you had to choose your next pizza of the month, what do you think that specialty is going to be?
So we're probably gonna start with either a white pizza or a barbecue chicken pizza. We have one of our friends. She actually makes barbecue from scratch, and the barbecue is amazing, man. So we're based on flavor, right? That's our brand. And then us being black, it's all about us having flavor, man. Like every bite, we want flavor, and so she's bringing the heat with this barbecue, man. So we got to try it out and get it out on the market. So that's the
Okay.
first thing. And like I said, the white. So yeah.
And you get to support another person in the community by doing it. That would be pretty dope. So either a
Exactly,
white
man.
pizza or barbecue. The white pizza would be
Yep.
interesting because you could do all three of your pizzas as a white pizza too, and
Exactly.
double
Exactly.
your menu with only adding one item.
Yep. Yep.
That
And that's the thing.
so that to me that's interesting. That's how I'm thinking. Like, all right, well we add one item, we got three more menu items if we choose to.
Yeah. Yeah. And then that white with that black crust, man, is gonna look good. And then
It's gonna
also
look great.
I'm telling you, I didn't even know. I had a friend of mine reach out and they have black basil. So definitely gonna try to add that to the mix too with the brand, man. So everything, we got black napkins, we got black everything.
Are you mixing your own sauce too?
Yeah, mixing own sauce, mixing yep, everything is from scratch, man. Yep. So we do a 24 to 48 hour process with the sauce because obviously with spaghetti, when you put it in the refrigerator, man, that's when all the flavor starts to come like day two of the leftovers. So we try to do the same thing with the sauce.
Like that.
Yeah.
And you're gonna need to hire you some people
Oh
because
yeah,
I,
most definitely.
I see it coming. Is you gonna have they gonna want you in more places than you can be.
Yeah, and that's the goal, man, is that we're still building and I'm looking forward to that moment. I mean, I've always said that I wanted everything to kind of happen organically. And I want people to just come at their own leisure and try it. And that's kind of been, the pace that we've been going, man. But I mean, it hurts me to my heart right now because we're so small. Generally, it's just me by myself. Sometimes it's my nephew with me, but it hurts me to my heart because people have to wait so long. So with the Gosney ovens, man, those are made for Neapolitan style pizzas. They get up to over 1,000 degrees. You can do Neapolitan style pizzas in 90 seconds, man. But for us, the feedback that we were getting when we first started is, man, the pizza's amazing, but it's kind of gummy in the middle, and it's
I
like
gotta
because we were
go.
trying to get them out, we were trying to get them out ASAP. But now I'd much rather sacrifice time as opposed to taste. I want my taste to be on point. Time will come with time, right? We'll be able to get bigger ovens. We'll be able to get that stuff. But with these pizzas, man, I want to create an experience. And that's what I've been told. I've had people come up and be like, hey, man, this pizza isn't just a pizza. This is an experience. And when people tell me that, that tells me, okay, we're going down the right path. I don't want people to wait. I hate waiting for food. Hate waiting for food. But right now we're trying to grow, right? We're trying to grow. And for me, the most important thing is that taste, because if I leave a memorable taste in your mouth, you're going to circle back for round two, but at the same time, you might not circle back if you're waiting too long either, so it's a fine
What's a
line.
long time? Like what's average?
Man, I mean, it just all depends. So it depends on who's. So if it's just one or two people in line, 15, 20 minutes, you're good to go.
Okay.
But if
Well,
if
that's
you come
normal
up and you,
for a pizza.
that's the thing. People always say that, and it's funny because I have regular customers who tell other customers that they're like, when you call Domino's or you call Pizza Hut or any of those type of places,
30
they're going to tell
minutes.
you 30 minutes, sometimes 45 minutes, and sometimes an hour if it's really busy. So what makes you think that this man out here with two small ovens pitching one pizza at a time is going to be able to get your pizzas out in 5, 10 minutes?
Because
I
no
mean,
one's
we
standing
can't.
watching the guys at Domino's, or even in my place, nobody's standing in the kitchen watching us. Because if they were, then they would want their pizza in 5 minutes too.
Yeah, and that's the thing, and that's the hard part to juggle, is that we have an open kitchen, like you said. So everybody's watching us. Everybody, wants the experience, but everybody. So I pitch a pizza, and the pizza is gummy in the middle, and it's just not well done, right? People are like, dang it, man. Like, I sat out there and waited for this guy, and it isn't what it is. But when people get that New York style pizza that we're trying to cook, which I like to call LA style pizza too. Shout out at Assorteds too, man. Those guys are doing their thing here in LA. But yeah, LA style pizza, man, is what I'm going for. I want it to be crispy. I want it to be soft on the top. And like I said, flavor is paramount to me. Taste is paramount. So eventually we're going to get to those big ovens. We're going to get to be able to put those 7 in at a time, 8 at a time. But right now, I appreciate the patience, and that's just where we are. So
Yeah,
we're growing. We're growing.
give them some time. Your pizza's gonna be fine. It's gonna be great.
There we go. There
They'll
we
be
go.
they'll
Just
be
time.
they'll be all right. And look, sometimes that becomes something that attracts people too, because they want to know what the hype is about. I remember when we were growing down at our South Tampa location, and wait times before we added the second kitchen, wait times were getting up to 2 hours for pizza.
Eesh.
And people would come. The whole dining room would be full Friday night. We're on the counter. There's 7 of us up there. And people coming like, we just heard this is the place you got to wait 2 hours for a pizza. We didn't believe it. Like, if you still came, well, all right, it's going
Right, right.
2 hours. But don't, if people come back 45 minutes later, we still, no, I told you, 2 hours, go ahead and wait. But it was attracting people because
Mm-hmm.
they didn't believe it. And I think you find a way to use that to you. How do you, when you got online, well, I guess because you got the bar, you got the places that, right there. But say, how do you keep people in? I guess we're all about experience too in a restaurant, and it's like when we know folks are waiting in the lobby, we start giving out. We do like free cookies on Friday, or we start passing out sodas or garlic knots and things like that. How do you keep people, entertained during those wait times?
To be honest, man, that's also something that we've been working on. And thank goodness for the bars that we've set up at, things of that nature. Like I said, we set up in Lamert Park too, which is kind of like a black bazaar where you can kind of walk around. They got all different types of vendors and stuff like that. So thank goodness we've been in those situations, or setting up at like high school, reunions, stuff like that, where they got a ton of alumni there, and there's different vendors there. So thank goodness we've had that be the entertainment. And we haven't really had, to worry about, any other entertainment, but we have been talking, man. We're thinking like making it kind of like a community based thing, right? So you come out and you meet the pizza. You come out and you have the pizza, you're waiting for the pizza. You see Terrell and his family pull up, and then, some other guys pull up and they know each other. So it's
We
like,
all
we're kind of
here.
like, they're all there. So it's kind of like we don't really have a place to set up anything, but I've been thinking about setting up tables with like board games, or like Jenga, something like that to keep
Yeah,
people, or setting up, spades or something where people can play spades while they wait, or something just creative that will continue to bring people back, but then also separate Black Crust from other pop-ups, man, that
yeah,
where it's like, man, we can go there, man, we can kick back and hang and have a good time running to folks that we know while we wait on our pizza. And so, yeah, I was talking to a buddy of mine, and that was his feedback, was like, man, we got to get away, to entertain these folks while they're waiting. That's really important. So.
yeah. I like that. When I was, we were running some fast food places. We had a bunch of Checkers Rallies locations, and we were trying to figure out that same thing. Like, we were starting to get busier at the walk up window. And how do you just like, how do we create this experience outside at a walk up? We started, all right, let's figure out something to do, put some games out here for kids, like keep them entertained. So, thinking about operations like that helps you plan for that growth. And I can't wait to see it. I can't
Thank
wait
you.
to see it. I can't wait to
Thank
see
you,
it.
brother. Yeah, I'm excited, man. And like I said, we're still, a small pop up, relatively new, and just looking forward to putting all of our operations in place now. So then that way, once we get to that level, if it ain't broke, then don't try to fix it. It's everything's all the procedures, processes, everything is in place now.
Yeah,
So when that growth comes, we're not taken by surprise and having to scramble to do things that's already in place.
for
So
sure. That's a smart way to
yeah.
do it. I'm gonna put you on the spot before I let you off.
All
Best
right.
best pizza place in Atlanta.
Best pizza place in Atlanta. I would say big Fellini's guy. Love Fellini's.
Where are they
And then
at?
also they're up on Ponce de Leon
Okay.
in the A. Definitely gotta try that. And then also there was a spot, man, it closed. Gotta give a shout out to him with Slice, man. We grew up on Slice in Atlanta, being at Morehouse, Spelman, and that was our spot, man. And just to, come around, 20 years later after leaving Morehouse and have a pizza spot is amazing because man, that was like the meetup spot. That's where we all used to hang and meet the ladies and take girls on dates and stuff like that. So man, yeah, Slice, man, definitely miss
You
it,
got to
man.
bring that one
It was
back.
like, yeah, they got to bring
BLK.
that back. They got to bring that back. It was on Peter Street, man, and it was live, man, live. Yeah. And speaking of which, they had Connect Four, all that stuff, man. So you get a chance to do all that stuff while you wait on your pizza. So it's funny that we talked about that, and now that I'm thinking, they did have that.
You
Yeah.
see, that triggered that in you. Like, all right, well, we did. We could spend. I don't even remember how long the pizza took.
Right, exactly. You don't
So
even
that
remember,
you just remembered you had a good time. Man,
Yeah,
Adrian,
man.
I really appreciate you coming on. This is just a dope conversation, and we wishing you nothing but success over there, bro. So
Appreciate you,
keep
brother.
killing the game. I'm gonna keep watching. I'm gonna come visit. You ever make your way to Tampa? You always more than welcome to come see us.
Appreciate you. I'll be out there to
Come
come check you out.
come see the spot or one of the other places. And hell, you want to come to the house and come help us make pizza here? Come to the house. So
Cool, man. I
it's a family thing for us. That's what we do.
appreciate it, man. And you keep doing your thing, man. And you're definitely an inspiration to us all, man. I appreciate again the opportunity for you taking the time to speak with me, learn a little bit about Black Crust, man. And next time I'm in Florida, I definitely have to stop by, come check you out for sure, man. I'm
Please
looking
do,
forward
because
to it.
look, I know LA's got a thing. Obviously, New York is New York when it comes to pizza, and LA's got a nice pizza scene. I should say Cali in general, West Coast. But Florida's pretty strong too, and nobody's giving Florida any credit on the pizza. So I'm gonna have to get more, just be more intentional about putting it out there that Florida's got some pretty solid pizza down here too. So
Yeah,
hey,
man. I gotta come check it out,
come
man.
come see us. We got a lot of dope spots out here too. I'll take you
Yeah,
around.
every time I'm in Miami, man, I go down to a few pizza spots down there on South Beach.
Yeah,
But yeah, so the last time I was close to you, I was in Bradenton.
yeah,
That's
not too
close to
far.
Tampa, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
So yeah, definitely next time, man. I gotta see what the Florida pizza scene is working with.
Please do. Tampa is great. It used to be this unknown place, but now everybody's starting to find out how dope Tampa is. So come check us out.